How you doing? It's Khoa here. I think it's a bit of a story time today. So in this video, we're going to be covering the differences or the dangers of having ego and sales at the same time. So let's go. I came across this video idea the other day when I was selling this item on Facebook Marketplace. So Facebook Marketplace is just a classified area in which you can sell your products on Facebook. So it's really, really cool. So I've just been raising money lately. I've just been selling products around the house, PlayStation games, paintings, and just things I just don't need anymore, right? So I started selling this game for it was like $30. It was $30, right? This game. And what happened was I had this guy. He inquired, and what he did was he said, "Great, would you be interested in 25?" And he just kept on discounting. But normally people just get annoyed and they'll just ignore the guy. But I was just working with this guy. I said, "No, unfortunately, it's already cheaper as it is. $30, the last price." Okay, great. He goes, "Yeah, great. I'll come and pick it up this afternoon." And then I said, "Yep, no worries." And then this afternoon comes around and he's not there. And he said it's raining and he'll pick it up the next day. And meanwhile, I got other people who's interested in picking up the game. But this guy seems nice. And initially I was thinking, you know what, I'll just get rid of this guy and then just get this other person who's interested to go pick it up now. But I said, you know what, just don't worry about it. Just be good and just let this guy pick it up tomorrow. Okay, done. So the next day comes around in the morning, he's not there. And he goes, "Hey, I'm just really busy at the moment, and yeah, I'll let you know when I'll pick it up, maybe sometime this afternoon." I'm thinking, wait a second, this guy's wasting a lot of my time. Time is really important to me, right? So initially, what I tend to do is at this point, I would get annoyed because this guy's wasting my time, and he doesn't respect my time as well. Doesn't seem to care, and therefore, and these other people already knock on the door who really wants to get this game. And then it made me realize, thinking, okay, you know what? Like, I can satisfy my ego right now, and I can just get rid of this guy and say, you know what? I've already got someone else. Thanks for your time. That's it. I can easily do that. But I decided, you know what? I realized that this person's core value is not time. He doesn't value time. And by the way, he's just a gamer. He just wants to play games. It's not like he's the CEO of a big company or anything. He just wants to buy a freaking game and play. He's not some super important person to really professional. He's not like that. He's just a gamer. So obviously he's not going to be managing his time very well. He's not going to be respecting my time or anything like that. So that's what I realized. And then so what I did was it made me come to realization that, okay, if you want to make a sale, you really have to leave the ego at the door. You really can't really always incorporate ego. You can't be thinking about, okay, this person has done this to me and therefore I don't want to do that. If you're a true salesperson, you have to leave ego at the door and you have to go after the sale. You have to do whatever it takes to close the deal. So then I realized, okay, I'm not going to satisfy my ego. I'm going to understand this person. This person just doesn't have the same core values as me, and therefore, you know what? I'm just going to stay in the deal and I'm just going to close it off. And by the way, it's only $30, right? And then at the nighttime comes around, he texts me, he goes, "Yeah, hey man, thanks, I really appreciate everything, I'm ready to pick it up." So then he comes, picks it up, and then everything's all good, deal's closed. And then, and then at the end, like, he's sending me another text, saying, "Thanks man, I really appreciate it, thanks for your patience and everything." And then at the end I realized, oh, okay, well, this guy was actually pretty good. But then, but the whole journey of trying to sell the game, it just made me realize that there's heaps of times in my life when I'm trying to sell something, I'm trying to sell a product or a service, and the person on the other end is just an absolute tool. This person is an absolute douche, and I can easily cut this person off and just go somewhere else. But that's ego. That's my ego side of me talking, and that's myself talking out of ego. But if you want to close the deal, close the sale, you have to be able to stay in the deal, and you have to put your ego at the door. You can't make your ego more important than everything, because if you do, then you'll lose the deal. Okay? Now, it's a different story whether you need the deal or not. If you're really desperate, obviously you need the deal. But if you're not desperate, you already got a lot of money, you don't need this, like that. If you want to be a true salesperson, you got to learn to tame the ego, learn to tame the beast, learn to not submit to your ego. I'm really amazed. My wife does it really well. Like, she has the ability to not be egotistical, Like, people can say shit to sorry for that sorry for swearing. People can say stuff to her face, and it just rolls off her back, and she doesn't get egotistical about it, and she just keeps going. But for me, I get egotistical, and then I just like walk off. But I think that there's heaps of times when I've lost deals because of my ego, and I think that if you recognize that we have an ego that we need to satisfy, you know, just recognize that that's just an ego thing, and if you just put that on the side, don't address it, and just focus on the deal, and just at the end of the day, just get the papers signed, or just get the sign, or just get the money, close the deal. That would really help. So yeah, you know, from this point forward, if I come across a situation, it's going to be tough. There'll be challenging times, or it'll be tough to when you're dealing with really frustrating customers and people. It'll be tough, but just because of that doesn't mean that you should just get rid of him and go for another client. You know, that's his ego talking. So I don't know whether this video really helps, but I just think that it's just something that I really felt that I should share, is that when you're trying to become a great salesperson, refining your techniques and follow-up sales, closing, there's another also part is yourself, you know, your personality. If you've got a huge ego problem, lower the ego, stay in the deal, work with the person, you know. Don't go straight to judgmental mode, try and judge this person. Don't do that, because it'll just screw your mind. Don't judge the other person, just work with the person. Wow, this person just completely swore at me. Okay, just keep working with this guy, you know. That, I think, to me, that makes that's a black belt. That's a person who's a black belt at sales, who can really manage their own emotions, not only the other person's emotions, but their own emotions when they're closing a deal. So I'm still learning, and yeah. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next one. Cheers.